What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, XCN here at about 1.91 cents. Had a low today of 1.86 cents. This is fine. This is totally fine. This is expected. This is normal behavior. Pulling back like this, getting a little bit volatile. We had a nice pump up with a nice little drop here from the high to the low. Let's see, how far have we gone down already? We've already dropped 17.5%. This should give anybody an opportunity who wanted to buy yesterday. This is an opportunity to buy here. I'm considering buying some here. Not going to lie. And the funds that I'd get, I would just take it out of TAI. But TAI has just been going down. It's not in me to sell at the lows. I know this thing is at the lows, right? But XCN, what we know about XCN is it is in launch mode right now. It likely will continue to grow over the coming days, if not even into next week, right? We're probably going to see prices that are up at 5.5 cents or around there, just below, just above, by the end of, like the next week, 1 week from now or so. 8 hours, 24 minutes left in this day. We got about 2 days and 8 hours left in this week here. Let's talk about where we're going to go in the short term. Let's see, 1 hour RSI, looking like it's cooled off a good bit. You got overbought. Now you're finding support at the 50, hopefully. That would be a nice thing. I think that you do find support right around here. Let's see. Let's look at this low to high again. What are we doing? Low to high. Right there at the 0.5 area. It's not pretty, but yeah, it's fine. I think that's fine. Volumes coming in as you're moving down. Ooh, that's not so exciting, I suppose. And it is about to be the weekend. Maybe this move gets given back. Maybe this isn't the move that we're thinking it is. But we are right here at this area, right at prior resistance, right? We've got prior resistance here that we're finding support on now. So even if this move isn't the move that I would think it is, that continues going higher, I would at least expect some kind of double top, a scenario in which our 4 hour closing price would get above this price here, and we would have some kind of bearish divergence to market as a relative top, something like that. But I don't know if that happens. I really do think this is the real deal. I'm just saying this 1 hour time frame has me a little bit concerned that we could go lower. And even if we do go lower, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, the lowest that I see us going would be like 1.7 cents, probably not even down that low. 1.83 cents, 1.8 cents itself. I doubt we go too low. When it does come to moving higher, we're looking to continue to break above or close above 2.03 cents, 2.02 cents. If we can continue to close above there on a daily basis, that will validate the idea that this is the real move, that we are breaking higher relatively soon, and that over the coming days we will see prices at around like 5.2 to 5.3 cents. This is all based off this measure move from the bull flag here, from a low to a high. You take this low, put it at the high there, put this at the base of your bull flag, and your measure move is at about 5.6 cents. So something right around there is where we would go. I really do believe this is the breakout. I think that what we've done here, we've got lower highs coming in line like this. That was a breakout. We might be coming back to back test the trend line that we broke out from and then rip from there. But there's no rules that say we have to do that. Nothing that says we have to do something like that. We're at an area where we could reject the overbought zone, but I don't think, even if we reject the overbought zone here, we'll provide a higher low and find support at the 50. We've essentially swapped our downtrend for a continuation of this like uptrend here. So I think that we will I think we will find support and continue driving higher. It's just, do we do that today and tomorrow? Do we do that over the weekend? That's the question, right? OnyxCoin can move over the weekend. We've seen it happen before, but I just, I'm curious to see if it does. I want to look at XCN to BTC real quick. I don't know why. Here, let's see here. XCN. Not that I don't know why I want to look at it. I just don't know why it's taking so long to load. XCN to BTC right here. So here we are, 7.6% down on the day versus Bitcoin. Volume's coming in a little bit. Looking at the daily RSI, I wouldn't be too surprised. Hold on. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, no. All right, let's see. Here, hold on. There we go. Okay, there we go. What about this? Because it looks like you're breaking out of this too, honestly. Not completely yet, but it looks like you are. And you bounce right off your golden ratio. Golden ratio to 382. You might come down a little bit more to your golden ratio. So yeah, I don't think that you're ready yet to move higher. I think you do consolidate over the weekend. But I do still think this is the real deal. I think that is the real deal. I think this is a breakout move. I just don't think, when I say the real deal, I don't mean that it's like this. It's not like this. We're not just going to move up in a straight line. But I think this is the beginning, right? Just like this was the real low, this is the real higher low. We're going to continue to build from here. It's going to be a little bit slower paced than what some people might be expecting, right? XCN USD or XCN BTC here, does look like it wants to go down a little bit more, and that's fine. If it goes down a little bit more, I can't imagine OnyxCoin is doing what OnyxCoin does best, which is just tear through the roof. Whenever it does come time to go higher, whenever it does, here we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 179 right now. You guys, we did the minimum projected targets, right? We took what OnyxCoin's price would be if it went to this level here versus Bitcoin, right? We're here. We're in this giant bull flag, right? Flagpole, bull flag, and we've broken out of it. So we've got this giant measure move to be exacted on, right? That's going to take us all the way up here. I didn't even draw it properly. Let me show you how it's drawn properly. From the low to the high. And you put that right there at the base of the flag. That measure move would take us all the way up to this area right here, right where these lows are. And whenever you input this number here from the low here, this interaction with OnyxCoin priced in Bitcoin, if you take resistance here where we found support before, just like we did here where we found resistance there at the exact area that we found support before, if we input this number and we multiply it by a suitable estimate for Bitcoin, which I think 160K is suitable, we're getting prices that are around like 28 cents, 26 cents, 30 cents, stuff like that, right? If we take this one, this low target, which I highly doubt we stop there because, again, bull flag breakout move would dictate that we go here. Logic, I think, would dictate that we go here. We did not consolidate all this time to just see a wimpy move that takes you barely above this high. I don't think so. But even if we did, and we input that into the Bitcoin price of like 160 to 180K, where Bitcoin will top off, right, somewhere around there by the end of June or early July, OnyxCoin would still at a minimum see prices around like 9 to 10 cents, right? Like over 8 cents, even at this price here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're at 1.9 cents now. I don't believe in my worst of dreams that we will stop at 8 cents or 9 cents or 10 cents. I don't think that that's where we're going. But even at a minimum standard, I want you guys to understand that's still outperforming the average coin. And that's also a very minimal pessimistic standard on the XCN to BTC chart. So if anybody out there is thinking that XCN, it's going to move up to 3 cents, it's going to move up to 5 cents, 6 cents, and then it's done, it's not going to get past 10 cents. If you're thinking that, just understand this is minimalistic, pessimistic stuff right here, right? And even that says we would at least make it to about 8 to 10 cents, okay? This is like as minimalistic as it gets. This, I feel like the next lineup is not a far stretch, but whenever you input this number into what $160,000 Bitcoin might be, that produces a target of like 100 or of like 26 cents. 26, if I remember correctly. Let's Google calculator. Google calculator. Let's see, what are we doing here? We're putting in this price. We're gonna put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1872. I should have that ingrained in me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1782. Is that what it is? 1872. That number times $160,000 Bitcoin, if Bitcoin sees 160K, would be 29, about 30 cents, not even 26 cents, right? And this is still pretty minimalistic. That's very probabilistic that we would go somewhere in this area right here. Maybe just above, maybe just below, but right there with that low, that's our measure move. There's no coincidence there, guys. We found resistance right here at the base of this area, resistance right there, and this measure move of this bull flag takes us to resistance right here at the base of this area. It's no coincidence. There's no way that we consolidated this much time to just see a baby breakout. And maybe we do. You never know, right? And I mean, this relative bull flag here, from a low to a high, relatively speaking, that bull flag still takes us even above these highs here. I don't think that we would stop in the middle of this range, right? If we stopped at the base. If we're breaking through, we're seeing new highs. We're not going to stop right there. We're likely going to continue growing. Where are we going to continue growing to? From a high to a low, are we going to stop right here at our minimal targets, or are we going to go, somewhere a little bit higher, maybe into our deeper extensions because we're driving higher and it's it's a bullish environment across the alt space? I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Even at the minimum targets, we can take that here, 68189. Okay, 608189. That price times $160,000 Bitcoin. That's 13 cents. I thought it was 8 cents, man. I don't even know. You see what I'm saying? Did I do this right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 8, 9. Yeah, it's even more bullish than I thought. I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense, right? Like how can anybody be expecting that XCN sees any kind of target less than probably 15 cents. And even then, that's still kind of delusional in my opinion, or at least, the very least, 13 cents. But here we are at 1.9 cents now. Very promising future, very promising perspectives ahead of us, you guys. I absolutely do believe that this coin will see 26 cents to 32 cents by the end of this endeavor. We're going to hit our 1886 to 200 level. You can see it right here, 1886 to 200 right there, 1886 plus the 2 right there. That's likely where we're going to go, and from here that produces about a 13.5 to a 17x, something in that kind of range there. I don't have anything else that I want to talk about. I think I've said everything that I need to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. A little bit of turbulence now. If anything, I think it's a great time to buy. I'm definitely tempted to buy here. And if we go lower, don't be scared. The amount of downside that we have now, it'll still be a higher low. It's insignificant compared to what we have over the coming days. I want to wait and see how today closes before we get too much more into it. We are at a good point here on a 4-hour RSI to bounce. I think we really are. But if we went lower, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. My presumption, if I'm just being honest, looking at the 1 hour makes me think we could go a little bit lower. But if over the coming hours, if by the end of the day we recover a little bit from here, then no, we're not going lower. We picked up in volume and we didn't go anywhere, and then we reversed immediately, so no, we're not going anywhere. If we start closing 1 hour candles or 4-hour candles above 1.95 cents, we're probably at our low, and we're probably going to go higher. 4-hour RSI here looks pretty bullish. Again, getting overbought like this. The 1 hour is the only one giving me a little bit of a tiff. Coming out of the overbought zone, bouncing off the 60 would be a really bullish look. So again, with the idea that we continue to grow for the rest of the day, I think this actually is a really good buying opportunity. And all in all, whether it's over the weekend, whether we stall over the weekend, whatever it happens, sometime soon, we are moving our way all the way up to about 5.5 cents, give or take a little bit here or there. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.